In chapter 1846, the story shifts focus to the Lewis family, particularly their fourth young master Duncan. Zachary, a friend of the family, arrives at the Lewis family's mansion to check on Duncan's well being. Duncan had recently been discharged from the hospital, where he had been recovering from an injury. Upon his return home, his temperament has grown increasingly difficult. The Lewis family's butler, who has served the family for a long time, notes the stark change in his disposition. Since his return from the hospital, Duncan has been struggling with his health. He relies on a wheelchair for mobility and requires assistance even to move around his own home. The butler expresses his concern about his impatience to regain his strength and mobility. His frustration often leads to outbursts and temper tantrums, which concern both his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Lewis. The butler's compassion for Duncan is evident as he watched him grow from a headstrong youth into the troubled man he has become. The mention of Duncan's situation sheds light on the challenges faced by the Lewis family. With the young master's health in such a fragile state, the family members are struggling to find ways to cope with the emotional and physical strains that have come with his recovery. This chapter hints at a more profound story that may involve Duncan's journey toward healing and the impact of his changed temperament on his family dynamics. While the central narrative follows Duncan's health and his family's struggle to support him, the beginning of the chapter explores Hayden's relationship with her younger brother Hugh. She shares her concerns about Kevin's sudden visit to Jensburg and his efforts to get closer to her. Despite Yu's reassurances that Kevin's intentions are likely innocent, her unease lingers as she contemplates the true nature of Kevin's intentions. Her ongoing disguise as a man and the fear of her true gender being discovered weigh heavily on her mind. Overall, this chapter offers a glimpse into the challenges faced by the Lewis family and foreshadows potential character development for Duncan. Additionally, it hints at the evolving dynamics in Hayden's interactions with Kevin and the inner turmoil about maintaining her secret identity.